What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the FPL video. Today I'm going to be discussing and reviewing Brighton players for the FPL season 2021-2022. How is everyone? What's going on? This is my channel FPL Inkling and my name is Mo, and today, before I begin this video, I would just like to say if you've come here for the first time, welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back and thanks for viewing my content once again. If you haven't subscribed so far, hit that subscribe button and please help me grow my channel. In addition, if you like what you see, hit that like button. And in addition, if you want to get the kind of notifications for my regular content and whenever I do release it, please hit that notifications bell icon. So let's get stuck in and start reviewing Brighton. So first, we'll start from the back line. So we'll start from the goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez. So Sanchez at the moment is one of the highest owned goalkeepers by the players so far that have registered for the FPL game. He's priced at 4.5 mil, which is actually a really fair price for his goalkeeper of his ability and his performance last season. So last season he got 101 points. 27 goals he conceded with 10 clean sheets. Now, if we look at it from a points per game perspective, so that's the measure I'm using. He got 3.74 points per game last season. So what does that say about Sanchez himself and what value he brought? He didn't play the whole season, he kind of came midway through, and I think he generally had a really good impact in terms of Brighton in defensively and how he added value. 8 points for bonus points, I think that'll go far superior. He got 66 saves, only just over 2/3 of a season. If he played the whole season, I reckon he probably would have been around 120, 130 point saves mark. Again, per every 3 saves a goalkeeper makes, you'll get a bonus point. So if he'd made 120 saves, you're looking at around, 30, so you're looking at about 40 points extra over the season on top in terms of the saves he will make. So for me, that's why I've outlined him. He's going to be in my drafts. I'm considering him as actually being my goalkeeper for the season, and there's no reason why not to. He's probably going to play every single minute. He's probably going to get, shot save points, as I mentioned. He's going to get a few clean sheets as well. And he's a really good shot stopper. So that's why I have identified him. And I thought it's good for you guys to be aware of as well, is that's how he performed last season. And if he can replicate those numbers, then, that's a really good performance. For a goalkeeper getting 100 points who didn't play, the full season, and he's, pretty much got the hopes of getting a full season this season, he's definitely on my radar. At number 2... well, Lewis Dunk, the captain, the stalwart of Brighton, owned by nearly 7% of managers. Last season, he got 130 points. 5 goals he scored, so he is a real good goal threat from set pieces such as corners. 11 clean sheets last season, and he averaged 4 points per game. Let's look at the fixtures. So I don't look at it from the perspective of Sanchez, but let's just look at the fixtures for now. So we've got Burnley away, followed by Watford, Everton, Brentford, Leeds, Crystal Palace, Arsenal, Norwich. So the first 8 games, barring 2 games, I think they've got a really good friendly run. And I think, as a captain, he'll play week in, week out. A fair price of 5 mil. You're looking to spread your funds across the defensive line, and you want someone who's going to play, week in, week out, and someone who is, I would say, reliable in the sense that, he's going to lead the line and do the best he can. He is definitely worth considering. The next player we're going to go for is Ben White. Now, he is strongly linked with Arsenal, so I think there's a few bids going on around £45 million. So if he goes to Arsenal, he's only priced 4.5 mil, and having a player who's 4.5 mil playing at Arsenal could be a good move, to be fair. 11% ownership at the moment. He got 104 points last season from the 3,192 minutes he played. In fact, that was points. So he got 2.94 points per game. Now, that doesn't sound that great, but honestly, I think if he goes to Arsenal, probably more clean sheets are going to be available to him, and those numbers will get better. That's why I thought I'd mention him out, is because of the transfer. He's definitely worth considering if he does go to Arsenal, and he'll be a great asset. At least you've got a 4.5 mil player who's going to be playing kind of like on a regular basis, and you can rely upon him coming on if one of your players from your original 11 squad is benched or rotated for that game week. The next player we'll go for was the highest scoring player for Brighton last season, which was Leonardo Trossard. So he's owned by 2% of managers already. A 6.5 mil. He got 132 points last season, which gave him an average points per game 4.56 points. He got 5 goals and 6 assists, so he was kind of like, the main kind of source of goals and assists for Brighton. And again, with the games that got started at the start of the season, I think generally he'll be a really good player to have. If we look at alternatives, so what alternatives can you get for 6.5? You've got Rafinha, you've got Jack Harrison, you've got players around that mark, Sarr from Watford. So Leonardo Trossard, is that someone worth taking a punt on? I think it is. But personally, would I have in my squad over Rafinha or Harrison? Potentially not. But again, he's worth considering if you want to go differential and you would like someone who's around that price and will play week in, week out, then definitely Leonardo Trossard is worth considering. Next is Pascal Gross. 0.6% ownership so far, 6 mil. In price, 116 points. Now, last season, he got 11 returns, 3 goals, and 8 assists. He got 116 points last season and an average of 4.21 points per game. Now, he's on pretty much all the set pieces. You can do penalties, free kicks, corners, he's there. So in terms of like a set piece taker, he's definitely worth considering. I know Mopai takes penalties here and there, but you've had him be that kind of like stalwart in terms of taking set pieces. So that's why I brought him in for 6 mil a player. You get 4 points on average per the game he plays. It's not a bad return, to be fair, and a great differential if you're looking to be a differential manager in terms of your players in your squad. The next player we're going to discuss is Neil Mopai. So Neil Mopai, he splits opinion. He's like Marmite, basically. You either like him or you don't. Personally, for me, I think, in terms of FPL perspective, for 6.5 mil, I kind of wouldn't have him in my squad, but there's no... I couldn't do a video without including his stats. So last season, played 2,508 minutes. 105 points, so points per game was 3.78. Now, for someone who's paying 6.5 mil for, you've got Ivan Toney's potential coming up. You've got Pookie who's coming out for 6 mil. Do you really want to invest your funds in Mopai so far? Based on what you've seen over the last season? Potentially not. His only average is 3.78 per game. And you've got Welbeck coming along, so is he going to play every single minute? Will he be rotated more? I'm not too sure. Will he still be on penalties after missing a few last season? Again, there's a lot of uncertainty around that, so let's look out for that. But for me personally, I think there are better options for that price range in terms of a striker. That's why I would give him a miss, but he's definitely worth considering if you're looking to build a squad with some Brighton players in. Then Mopai may be the one this season who comes along and kind of like allows you to get an advantage based on the lack of ownership and differential aspects. So his first 2 games are really good: Burnley and Watford, followed by Brentford in week 4 and Palace in week 6. So he's got some really good fixtures. Can he get off to a fast start? That is yet to be seen. And I'm going to bring in, last but not least, Danny Welbeck. So ex-Manchester United and Arsenal and Watford player. It was a bit weird because at the end of last season, he kind of really came into a bit of his element. So let's look at his points. So he got 89 points last season, but I'll give you some stats which will actually kind of catch your eyes. This is why I'm potentially considering him as well. So he's owned by 1% of managers, 6 mil in price. Only played 1,541 minutes with 6 goals and 4 assists. Now his average points per game, so every 90 minutes, is 5.2. Now that's quite phenomenal. If you compare that to Mopai's 3.78, that's a substantial difference, and he's half a mil cheaper. So why not consider him? He likes to play on the flank. He's up front. Part of their goal kind of like their objective and their plans. So Welbeck for me, he's my star player or star recommendation from Brighton. I think with the fixtures that they have, he may come good. And he got 15 bonus points last season, so it shows that he was, when he was going well, he was getting the points in FPL perspective. So that's why I think from an FPL perspective, he does look like a great prospect this season. He's actually never scored. I think if I have a look, he's never scored 10 goals in a season. Is this going to be the season where he gets 10 goals? I think it is. So it'd be worthwhile seeing how he performs. So that's why he's my star recommendation if you are looking for someone from Brighton. This was my video on Brighton players. Let me know what your thoughts were. Did I go through the players that you were looking at? Have I made it easy in terms of your decisions for them? Let me know. In addition, have I gone through if I haven't gone through a player that you're looking at, let me know. I can give you some more stats around it and my thoughts of whether they are value for money, or I would say avoid them for the start of the season. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you haven't subscribed yet, guys, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to my FPL Inkling channel. Help me grow the channel. The league code's at the bottom left. Please join the league. Let this league grow and let's have a great competition. My social media information is up below as well. So contact me if you would like to know anything. And let's get the season started. Thank you for viewing my content. Hit the notification icon and the like button if you want to get latest notifications and you've enjoyed my content. I'll see you guys soon and look out for more FPL content.